And I don't need a tetanus shot before I go in there like I do with Planet Fitness. Anyway, yeah, it's hot. It's 92 degrees, and I am getting up at 2 a.m. Tomorrow morning to go to the airport. So that's fine. I'm okay with early mornings. I just not okay with freaking traffic. So it's my road raging. It's like, go home, everybody. This is everybody going home, actually. This is rush hour, which only lasts for like 45 minutes in Houston. But there's traffic all the time. I mean, there's just parts of Houston where it's just a parking lot 24/7, like the Galleria or this area that I'm in. But when you close an entire, I guess I should have gone the way that Google Maps was telling me, but this took me an hour to go 10 miles. I'm like, is this Los Angeles? No. Anyway, but yeah, that's it. So I have been running around. I sorted the whole car out and organized everything, packed my bag for, which is back there. I keep thinking I left something outside. I've done that before. I left my pillow on the back of my car one time, and then I was like, when I was car camping up in Tennessee, and then I came back the whole day later after going out to do all the sightseeing and stuff and whatever I was doing out there, and then I was like, oh, like at Hot Springs, it was Hot Springs National Park. I was like, oh, my pillow's been on the back of my tailgate the entire day. Sorry, I have hiccups. Yeah, so now I'm hungry again, so I'm just going to barrel through and stop off. There's a Vietnamese restaurant down here that's really good, so I might stop there and get some noodles. But I want like soba noodles. You can't get soba noodles in this town. I want Japanese cold soba noodles and some tempura. So, but you can't get it here. Like, and then it's just, everything's so salty in this country when it comes to like Asian food. But yeah, Chinese food here is not Chinese food in China. I can tell you that because I've been to China twice. The food's amazing. But here it's just like MSG laden hell. So anyway, but yeah, up here by At Home there is a good Vietnamese restaurant. So I may stop there, although traffic is breaking up now. I'm just trying to get to a Starbucks that's as far out toward Katy where I'm going to be. Because I don't want to like finish the Starbucks at like 8 o'clock and then drive an hour. I want to get as close to, because I don't have cell reception where I live, so I want to go internet rather. It's not very good Wi-Fi, and even though Starbucks really isn't that great either, I don't want to be all the way down in Houston and then drive a whole hour up here and then go to bed for like 4 hours. So I need to, as soon as I'm done with my call with my daughter, we have a Zoom at 7:30, and when we're done at 8, I think it's 8 or 8:30, when we're done, because she has school tomorrow, I'm going to just go right to bed. So that's the plan. I just don't want to be all the way down because my mailbox is all the way inside the 610 loop in Bel Air. So I've been running around there most of today, getting my mail, like getting some other stuff done and all that stuff. And then yeah, went to the gym this morning. Got up pretty early. Got up at like 7 or 8 o'clock. But I go to bed late when I'm in Houston because it's so hot all day. I just don't feel like, I don't want to go to bed and be blasting air conditioning. I'd rather let it cool down enough. Plus I'm a night owl, so I like to go to bed when it's like midnight. When it's like, I get more work done between like 8 p.m. and midnight than I do like during the afternoon, during the day. So then my mornings are always, when I'm here in Houston, are always working out, shower and shave, like go do all that stuff. And then in the afternoon I do my work. That way, anything that comes in, any phone calls that I have to do in the morning, I can do all that, kind of get my agenda for the day, and then just be on my computer. On the days I'm not on my computer, like today, I'm just running around. And it's like you drive 100 miles and you haven't left Houston. Like I'm still just driving around in circles. But I am hungry, and I have a long travel day tomorrow. I have to get up at 2 a.m., get to the airport, parking by 3, get to the airport by 4, get on the plane by 5, leave the runway by 6, get into Las Vegas at 7:30 Las Vegas time. So I gained 2 hours, which is good, which makes the day even longer. And then when I get the van, I don't think I've been in the sun the whole time. I think I was in the shade. So I need to then go to a library for the rest of the day and charge all of my power banks. And I'm only going to be in Vegas for 3 days. So even if I only charge one power bank, that's fine. I'm not going to have a lot of food. I'm just going to literally have 3 days of stuff, and then I fly right back on Friday because I have to be back because it's mommy time. So yeah, so just kind of back and forth. But I need to go check on the van, and I'll just park it in this. Well, no, I'm going to park at airport parking at the Hampton Inn, and then when I get in on the 19th, I'm leaving. On the 19th, I am leaving and going to St. George, Utah, or Zion. I'm just going to go out there. There's BLM right outside Zion, so I'm going to go out there for a few days. I'm hoping that I can go to Santa Fe. Santa Fe is 10 hours from Salt Lake City, pretty much, and I do need to fly out of Salt Lake City on the 7th of June. So this videos are coming out way after this, so who knows if I make it. We'll see. I'll put it in the, when I'm editing this, I will put in the corner whether I made it to Santa Fe. Actually, that'll be spoiler. Am I going to Santa Fe or am I going to Salt Lake City and Montana? But they keep getting a dumping of snow, so I need to check the weather. But I've been invited to go skinning, which is not skinny dipping. Skinning is where you put these like sticky things on the bottom of your skis. If you have a snowboard, you can do split boarding, and then you kind of split the board apart so they're like skis, and you can like cross-country ski uphill, which sounds mortifying. But no, I've actually hiked up the ski valley in Santa Fe, and so my friend out there just went skiing with his adult daughters. The ski resort for some reason closed in April. It opened early and then it got really dry and there wasn't much snow, so they closed in April, and now there's a ton of snow. So everybody's just like hiking up and skiing down, which you're allowed to do. I mean, I've hiked up there. It's not like it's not trespassing. Like, it's open. It's public land. So just don't be like stealing a, was it one of those like snowmobiles or something. But yeah, so he's like, hey, if you want to go skiing or snowboarding. I said, well, if I go snowboarding and I do skinning, I'm gonna need to get a split board, and I don't own a snowboard anymore, so I'm gonna have to do some shopping if there's anything left, or just order a snowboard. But that would be great. That'd be really fun. I'm not really that great at skiing anymore because of the rotation in my hip, which I learned last year the hard way when I was skiing, and I should have gotten a snowboard. But my friend and I were in Mammoth, which was it was just like 1,000 million people. It was just crazy. I mean, they had 250 instructors alone on that slope, and it was just thousands of people like that whole day. I mean, it's crazy. It was very well organized. I mean, it's it's Californian, so we go to like Magic Mountain and Disneyland and Knott's Berry Farm, so we're good at lining up and we're good at being patient because we sit in traffic all day. So everyone was very orderly. Nobody was pushing or anything, because it was like eight lines meshed into four, like a line of 4 people wide. No, it was like eight people wide into 4 people wide, and then from there you got onto the ski lift. So it was orderly. But I stayed on the bunny slope because I was like, my left foot is not turning enough for me to make a proper left and right turn. I just didn't have the rotation. I mean, it's been a long time since I've skied. But I'm a snowboarder because of that reason, because of my body does not work well on skis. I'm much better on snowboard. So if I do that, I've got the clothing, I've got all of the winter gear, but it is warming up a little. So it'll be kind of like spring snowboarding. But that'd be great if I could do it. It's very, very steep though. Like if you come down the place where you hike up, it's like black diamond shit. So, which is fine, although I'm pretty much just riding the edges of my snowboard the whole way down. I'm just like cutting it left and right. So I don't know, I'd rather just wait till a proper season. I think that's what I want to do the end of this year, is do like a proper ski season and just park up, maybe get like an instructor job or something, just so I could fund my travel. So yeah, I actually thought about Big Sky Montana is actually hiring mountain bike coaches, and I'm thinking of maybe just to do some research for my nonprofit and get paid for it, is to maybe go work at Big Sky for a summer. Since I know all of the trail, I've done all the mountain bike trails. I know how to teach mountain biking because I've been doing it since I was 4 years old. So I've been doing it for 42 years, riding BMX and mountain bike. Plus, if they have any like adaptive or beginner, I can teach that because I run an adaptive nonprofit. So I have hiked and biked with people that use adaptive equipment, or they have like mobility needs or mobility accommodation. So that's kind of what I'm thinking of doing. I think that would be great. So I'm going to see if I can apply, but then I still have to come back here every 2 weeks right now for the summer. So, but if I can get a job in Big Sky, that'd be fantastic, and I can just I can fly out of Salt Lake City, come back, go back up there, work I think you work 4 days a week. No, that's for the trail cleaner. They've got a bunch of jobs like trail clearers and stuff. And these resorts never have enough people to work. And if you're able to get parking privileges, if they give me somewhere to park overnight, even if I park in Gallatin Gateway, which is 15 minutes away, The only thing is there's bugs. Like I had these weird like little bugs in my van last year when I was one of the trailheads, so that's not very fun. But if they have parking privileges at the ski resort and I can just stay overnight for a whole summer, I'll work out there. You know, I think it'd be good research for how I'd like to you know, create summer programs at all of these bike parks. So there's actually no adaptive programs in the summer. In the winter, there's tons. There's sit skis, there's sledding, there's you know, blind skiing. There's tons of winter sports, but there's really nothing. And the other option is to work in Park City and you know, volunteer at the National Ability Center. But that's volunteering, and you know, I would just kind of be doing volunteer work. And I can't lift 20 pounds. I can't because of my hand surgery and stuff. But if I did the mountain bike coaching, I would love to be like an adaptive coach, and I would love to work with people that, you know, maybe that have a veteran program, like start that at Big Sky, like just start, like freaking just jump, you know, dive head first into it and say, look, I want to work here. You guys pay me to work here, and I will create a veteran program. I'll ride with those that have PTSD and trauma, or those that need, like, you know, sensitivity accommodation, or those that have adaptive bikes. Like, I'll ride with them like that, and then I can create a program, and maybe that can be one of their selling points, is that we have, you know, we have coaches that are trained in, you know, the adaptive world. That's my goal. Make it more accessible. Plus, then I get to ride all day, and I'm just gonna love it. So yes, so maybe I will see if I can get a job up there. I've got to get out of Vegas first. So that's my goal this week, is to get the van sorted, get the van packed and reorganized, throw out anything I'm not using. I've got some friends in Vegas that can take some things off my hands if I don't need them. Sort the hell out with the bikes. I'm like, I don't need 2 bikes, I only need 1. But having 2 is a bit safer. It makes it look like 2 people are in the van, and also it's a bit harder to undo the bikes when they're all chained together. Although somebody did try, and they unsuccessfully tried to steal the bike off the back of my van when I was at Planet Fitness. But I need to get my bikes back. I need to do a couple rides this coming week in Red Rock, like super early, like 6 in the morning, before it gets too hot, and then pack everything up again, and then head out to Utah. So if I go to Santa Fe, then I'll be in Santa Fe for like, it'll be like a two-week trip, and then 3 days to get to Salt Lake City slowly, because I don't want to just waste all the gas driving 10 hours. I'd rather stop along the way at some places, although it's getting hot. I might stop in Moab. There's a bunch of like Schoolie-palooza people out there in Moab. They just had Moab-palooza? No, Moab-salutely. Don't know. Not my crowd. I'm really not into the whole party culture. I liked Schoolie-palooza because I was in the family camp and it was real chill. But then we went up to the peninsula one night and it was like, you know, rave central, and it's just not my people, not my crowd. Some girl got mad. She's like, "Don't shine your light in my eye." I'm like, you're an idiot. Like, shut up. You know, like, go home and go change your diaper. Like, she was just real nasty, and I'm like, I don't even know you, lady. Like, what are you, 4 years old? Like, it's dark. So people were just drunk and like whatever they were doing. Not my crowd, not the crowd I was with. But I did enjoy the family camp. I'm just not into the whole party circuit. Like, a lot of people, they kind of chase the stuff. They go to all the same stuff. They go to Descend on Bend, Northwest Nomads, and I have some really good friends, shout out to those I know that are awesome, that go to that stuff, but they're not they're not into like a drug-induced rave. Like, I'm not either. So let me see what the weather's like. There we go. I have blue sky? Somewhat blue sky. There we go. Yeah, so they're not into like the whole drug-induced rave kind of thing, but they do enjoy like the social aspect of it. But I realize when I see these on Instagram, it's the same people over and over again, the same like 30 people going to these things. So I think it's kind of like that kind of club. But if I meet up with people, it's great. If I run into them, it's fantastic. You know, I'm always kind of an enigma in that regard. But if I go to Moab, it's going to start getting really hot soon. So I think I would just rather go a different way. Like, I don't know. I'm going to have to go, I'll go Santa Fe. I'm going to do the same route I did last year. Santa Fe, Pagosa Springs, and actually go in a hot spring. And then I'm going to go into, I'm not going to do the Charmer train again. I already did that. That's a whole day. So then I'll go into Durango and do some mountain biking, which I haven't done yet. Yeah, I haven't ridden my mountain bike in Durango, only the bike packing. So I've got some friends out there too that have some really good recommendations. Yeah, because I only did the downhill biking at Purgatory, so I'll do that again for a day. So I actually don't need to do mountain biking in Durango if I'm going to do Purgatory. And I liked Purgatory. They gave me a free pass, which was great. Actually, all the parks did. They all gave me a free pass pretty much. And then, I think this is it's 5:25. I've got an hour and 2 hours before I have to go. Okay, I'm going to go over here. Pho Tan Am, that's it. The Vietnamese noodle house. I'm going to go get some Vietnamese food for dinner. But anyway, let me finish what I'm talking about me. I hope it's open. Yay, it's open. Pho Tan An is this it's in this little nondescript strip mall. There's no other restaurants, and it's right by some other stuff over here. And then it's this little Vietnamese place, and I went here a while back to break up traffic, and it was delicious. So I'm gonna go eat dinner here for a minute, because I have, like I said, I've got to get up at 2 a.m. and it's too early for me to eat breakfast at 2 a.m. So I'm probably not going to be able to eat anything before I get on the plane. Anyway, back to me. So the plan is that if I go to Santa Fe, I'll spend a week and a half in Santa Fe with my friend, doing some skiing or snowboarding, off-road dirt biking over in Glorieta. I don't think he does mountain biking, but we'll find some outdoor stuff to do. And then after that, I'll go up to Angel Fire if it's open. It opens on the 22nd of May. So I'll go up to Angel Fire. So I'll leave on the 19th, so I have plenty of time. Go to Angel Fire for 2 days. I would go for more, but I need to get my pass. I need to get my annual pass. So I'll go to Angel Fire I'm gonna get my pass this week. I'll go to Angel Fire for a couple days, and then from there I'll go up to, I don't know if I'll go to Moffett. I've got some friends out there that have little container homes, but I might stop there if everyone's already left for Alaska from there, then I won't go. But maybe I'll stop there, which is near the Great Sand Dunes. I'm not going to go to the Great Sand Dunes, already been 4 times. And then I'll go to, much of that's out of the way, but yeah, Pagosa Springs, Durango, Purgatory, go ride there. And then I want to go back up to the Ouray and go do the Base Camp Ouray Gold Mountain. I'd love to do the Via Ferrata again. And then just make my way from there, up the $1 Million Highway if it's not too snowy. I don't know what the weather's like. And then just from there go, I don't want to go through Crested Butte. That road is horrible. Do not want to go through Crested Butte. But I'm going to find a way to get around that, maybe through Montrose, through Black Canyon of the Gunnison. I'll stop there because I haven't been there in a couple years. And I didn't go last year. So stop in Black Canyon of the Gunnison. And this is all 1 day things. And then I'll go up to, just make it all the way to Salt Lake City. And then park up at the really cool airport parking owned by this really cool Indian family. We were talking about India when I was parked there last year. And then fly home. And Salt Lake City is one of the biggest, longest walking airports I've ever been in. It's you've done 10,000 steps. I'm where is my gate? So yeah, so I've got that all the tickets booked, and that'll be on the 6th of so the 5th of June I've got to get there. So the 6th of June I fly back here. I fly back to Salt Lake City on the 9th, and then I go up into Big Sky. And if I can start working at Big Sky in June, that would be great. I can work there for the summer and then just fly home every 2 weeks. So that would be a great plan. That would be fantastic if I could just coach mountain biking all day. So I have to talk to them about compensation, if it is hourly or if it's client-based or tip-based. I don't care either way. I just want the experience, and I want to be able to see how we can design this program. But I'm at this Pho Tan An noodle house. I'm going to get some summer rolls and some food and noodle. I don't want soup, it's too hot for soup. Plus I've got to sleep and not have to pee 6 times in the middle of the night like I usually do. I have neurogenic diabetes insipidus. What this means is that I don't produce enough anti-diuretic hormone in my brain. I don't know why I have it, but I have it. I've had it my whole life. I'm always drinking water. I've got 40 bottles of water right here. Sorry for, the recycling. But I drink water all the time. I've got another 3 gallons back here. I'm constantly thirsty, and it's because I don't have enough anti-diuretic hormone. Now, if you're a bodybuilder and you take diuretics, people do that to lose the water weight, so that they can look more muscular. I have a natural version of that. So I have a natural diuretic, and but it means I drink a lot of water, and it means that, you know, my bladder and my brain don't talk to each other. And it's a common thing, but it's always misdiagnosed. And you can get it if you hit your head as a gymnast, or if you know, fall out of a tree or something. But you can just, you know, whack your pituitary out of whack. But what this means is I just have to make sure I don't get dehydrated or eat a lot of really salty foods. I don't eat like fried chicken or anything like that, or burgers. So I have to, you know, French fries. So I have to be very mindful. I'll eat sweet potato fries before I eat like real French fries. I don't want the salt. But that's what it is. And there's like millions and billions of us around the world that have this. And most people don't know. They're like, I don't know why I'm so thirsty. And they get misdiagnosed as like sugar diabetes, which is diabetes mellitus. And what I have is diabetes insipidus. And diabetes just means lacking. So I'm just lacking a hormone. And I did have like a replacement hormone, but then I could only drink like one of these a day. Otherwise I would start like bloating up. And that was like 25 years ago when I first got diagnosed. And I'm like, screw that. I'm just going to drink a lot of water and pop a squat. So it's actually, you know, that's why I think I look young, is because I drink so much water. And I'm always, you know, stay out of the sun, and, you know, I'm just very, very well hydrated. And I don't drink alcohol. I don't like it. I don't like the feeling of not being able to control myself. You know, the 1 or 2 times where I have drank and I've just thrown up everywhere, all over people's cars. Sorry. I don't do well with it. I'm not a drinker. I've never been a drinker. And I just don't like it. I don't need it. And I can be just as fun. I mean, I've been to, you know, full moon parties in Thailand on New Year's where there's like 10,000 people on the beach, and I'm just out there with my bottle. I'm out there dancing with a bottle of water, you know, and I'm having such a great time, and everyone else is like inebriated. But I've also had to pump my friend's stomach at a hospital in college, and that scared the shit out of me. I worked security where people were just drunk, falling out windows. I've had friends that have been on the bottle for decades, and it destroyed their lives and their health. And for me, I just don't like it. You know, once in a while I might have like a warm sake with my sushi. You know, it's a very sipping drink. Or once in a while I might have like a Bailey's, a little bit of Bailey's in my hot chocolate, but don't really need it. It doesn't really do anything for me. It just makes me just feel like I can't control, you know, I have no, you know, no dominance of my own body. So, and it's bad enough that I don't even have my rights to my uterus in Texas. I'm not going to like, you know, do anything that's going to take even more control away from myself. I'm just not a drinker. I just never have. And people are fine with it. My friends are like, okay, more for us. I was like, yay, just give me a water. I used to drink soda, but I just drink water now, and orange juice in the morning and protein shakes. So I'm pretty much, you know, I don't drink a lot of sweet drinks or anything like that. Smoothies sometimes. And of course I drink Frappuccinos because it's, you know, it used to be the chai, but now it's vanilla. So I don't really like the vanilla so much. So I'm going to wean myself off that. Anyway, let me go eat because I've got 2 hours and this traffic is not moving out there. So I'm going to get dinner. This is good. It's good. This is my like breakup place, you know, to break up the traffic. So yeah, so then after this, I'm just going to just go home and go to bed. So, all right, talk to you later. Bye. I ordered the summer rolls with shrimp, and then I can't decide if I want a combination fried rice, and I can take that with me tomorrow, or if I want to get pho, which is the soup. I don't really want the cold noodles. I'd rather have warm noodles, although this looks pretty good. And then they have some other combination meals here, but that's a lot of food. Yeah, I think I actually want a fried egg on my food. I don't know. This is steamed rice dishes, so I want noodles. So I think, I don't know, combination fried rice actually sounds pretty good. But I'm at a Vietnamese restaurant, so I should get pho. So maybe I'll do round ice steak, so I'd eat more iron. So round ice steak, rice noodle soup, filet mignon pho. Okay, that sounds good. I'll get filet mignon. And I also got a Thai iced tea, which is delicious. And then my spring rolls are coming out right now. So, thank you very much. Also, if it was earlier in the day and I wasn't as hungry, I would get a banh mi. And the prices are really good here, actually. They're super cheap compared to a lot of places. So yeah, really, really good deal. The banh mi is really good. I just don't feel like having all that bread. So I went with the combination noodles and it smells delicious, and I kept the peanut sauce as well. So, okay, let's dig in. Good morning. It is a great morning. It is 2:30 in the morning and I am happy to be up this early because I'm going to the freaking airport and I'm getting out of Houston. That was a long 3.5 weeks. That was way too much longer than I would ever want to spend in this place. So I'm glad I'm leaving. I need to get to the airport parking by 3, and then I need to just close up the car, which is fine. Going to park it at the Holiday Inn. So either I do the DoubleTree or the Holiday Inn. So the Holiday Inn's fine. They both have a free shuttle. The Holiday Inn's only $5, and for some reason the DoubleTree is like $11 now. The parking spot is in between, so I haven't parked there since the end of last year actually, so quite a long time. But anyway, so I've got about a 30-minute drive to the airport parking, and there's no traffic at 2:30 in the morning. Anyway, I just woke up about 30 minutes ago. I'm gonna eat something before I get on the plane, and I'm just gonna sleep the whole time. I've got my pillow and I just intend to basically conk out. I've got a pretty good seat. I think I'm in like 17C. So I don't like getting the window seat because I always have to get up and use the restroom. Obviously, as we know, I have the continence of a gnat. I'm not ashamed of it. I have medical condition. But I do drink a lot of water, and I do like to be on the aisle. So that way I can, I sleep pretty well in those seats. So I actually wasn't comfortable on Southwest being so comfy and reclining. I actually kind of missed the hard seat that's on Spirit. Anyway, so let me mosey on up here. I'm on the 10 freeway. I'm going to get onto I think the Beltway? I'm not entirely sure. I have to figure out. Either I'm going to go all the way on the 10 to the 59 and then take that up, or I'm taking the 8 Beltway all the way up to the the airport. I can't think this morning. I just woke up. Oh my God. Okay, well, it's going to be an easy travel day. Once I get to Vegas, I've got to do a once over on Prudence, make sure my battery's not dead. If it is, I still have a warranty on it, I think. A 3-year warranty at AutoZone, so I'll just get a jump and then I'll go to AutoZone. And then after that, I'm just going to go get provisions for 3 days and then just head up to probably just up to Mountain Springs. It's going to be like 97 degrees during the daytime. I got to see if the Jackery needs to be charged, so I'll probably go to a library for that. So I'll just park in the sun. I'll just probably be indoors all day dealing with that, trying to get some power, and then I'll get some groceries after that once the fridge is resuscitated. That's the only point of van life, is keeping your frickin' fridge alive. And then tomorrow it's just mountain biking, so I'll go get the bikes today and I'll put those on the back and lock them up and everything, and I'll park in Mountain Springs, and then 6 a.m. tomorrow morning, super early, I'll just do Mustang Loop. It'll be nice to get back on the bike after a month. And then then just a work day, and then Thursday the same thing, and then Friday morning I'm out of here again, out of Vegas back here, just for the weekend, and then I fly back Monday. So it'll be an easy week. I've just got a lot of computer stuff to do. It's just going to be chill. Not a lot else going on. Just be glad to be out of Houston. So let me speed up a little bit because I'm going very, very slow. There we go. Okay, so I am taking the 8 Beltway. That's an easy drive. That's a toll road, which is basically the NASCAR track at night. So you can always hear the supercars and the people racing, street racing at night, and the cops, they're supposed to crack down on it, but they don't. So I'm still full from dinner last night. I only ate dinner like 8 hours ago, and I'm still full. So that's weird. Actually, I had dinner at like 6 p.m. and now it's 2 a.m. So I'm not even hungry. But I've got to eat my yogurts and drink my protein shake, just so I have food in my belly. I get in at 7:30 a.m. Vegas time, so I gain 2 hours. It's going to be too hot for me just to take a nap in the van, but I can go to bed early tonight, so it's going to be an early night. I'll go park up in Mountain Springs, as I said, and just veg and chill, and it'll be so nice to be back in the van. Oh my God. But the car camping was fun. I had a really good time going out to, well, I mean, it was a memorial for Jeff, so it was sad, but I had a good time going out to Arkansas and Mammoth Cave and going up into Indiana, which, you know, that was actually an easy trip. I was like, it's a lot of driving, you know, it's like a, you know, almost 3,000 mile round trip, and it cost me nothing in the car. It only cost me $180 in gas to do a you know, 6-day trip, car camping. It cost me nothing, you know. Really good good gas mileage. Not Prudence. Prudence is a thirsty girl. She likes to eat. So she likes to eat and drink, and I'm gonna have to hope that, fingers crossed, that she's not dead when I get there. But 2 people have checked on the van. My friend and also Jeff's brother have both checked on the van, so they both said it's fine. They kicked the tires are fine. So yes, once I get in, the bike shop opens at 10. Hopefully they're not going to be too mad that I left my bikes there for a month. But I got to go, you know, liberate those. Hopefully the hardtail isn't broken. I need to just get rid of the hardtail. Like, I want to bring it back home, but I have no way to get it home. Unfortunately, I've got nowhere to store it. I used to, like last year, I bought it, and then I left my downhill bike in Albuquerque for like 2 months while I went and explored Arizona and went up into, you know, a bit of you know, Nevada, that kind of thing, then went back to Albuquerque and picked up the bikes. So that was when we had Hurricane Beryl and all this, you know, craziness. But I don't need 2 bikes. I'll use both, but it's just annoying to try to like find somewhere to store both bikes. But luckily the Trek store, they keep texting me that they've done the work, and I think it's only like $70 to like fix the chain and do some other stuff. So but hopefully the gears are gonna work. So I'm looking forward to riding Blue Diamond without broken brakes and without a loose chain, because right now I haven't ridden it with a fully working bike, but I've been on it like 10 times already. So I'll do that tomorrow, and yeah, I'm just gonna veg and chill and probably just stay up in the mountain for the day. Logistics. Okay, well, glad to be back at the van. Glad the van is okay. That was a long time away from Prudence, longer than I've ever had. Even when she's been in the garage here in Houston, I've always taken her out for the day, you know, gone up to, you know, Stephen F. Austin State Park. I've always, you know, taken her out for a spin or done a weekend down in Magnolia Beach. But I've never, you know, not been in her for this long. This is actually quite a long time for me not to be driving the van. So fingers crossed she still functions and that nothing is melted in the 100-degree heat. But it does get, it's only hot a few hours of the day right now. It's not hot the whole day in Vegas. So at night it still gets down to 58 or 60 degrees in the basin. So hopefully it's she's fine. And I think she's been in the shade the whole time. Because when I was at the Venetian for a few days, which just can't believe that was a month ago, went to the Grateful Dead concert. But yeah, when she was in the 3 days that I was in the Venetian, and then I went to go switch the bags out to fly to the airport, or to go to the airport, the Bouge RV wasn't even charged. So I don't know if it was even plugged in or if I've just been in the shade the whole time. So I'm fine if I was in the shade. I'd rather have that and a dead Bouge RV than have the van in the direct sunlight for the whole time. That's why I didn't park it at the Hampton Inn. 1, because of cost, it would have been about $200 in airport parking, and 2, because it would have been in direct sunlight the whole time, which is not okay. But this weekend I will be, this coming weekend I'll be leaving at Hampton Inn and then just flying home for those 3 days and coming back. So it's only going to be about $30 for airport parking. It's good. Vegas was doable, and this will be my last week there. I'm getting the hell out, going to St. George, and hopefully going to Santa Fe. So I think I will do that. If I can figure out like the gas mileage and stuff, it's 660 miles. So it'll be a few days to get out there so I can stop along the way. And then it will be, what is it? Yeah, stop along the way, and then it'll be like a week or 2, week and a half in Santa Fe, and then a couple days to get up to Salt Lake City. And I think that'll be the next 3 weeks. So it'll be really good. But yeah, what a crazy nightmare. Like, so much stuff happened the last month that I've been in Vegas. Family stuff, like, it's just been crazy, and I don't want a lot of it to be repeated again. Like the memorial, you know my thoughts on that. But you know, now we know how to do a memorial correctly, and we're not going to do one that, you know, that his ex-wife did, where she wrote an email to the pastor that basically said Jeff is not a man of God, and the pastor's like, he will never see Jesus. He didn't go to heaven. I'm like, oh, you're an asshole. I was like, how dare you? Just because someone isn't a organized religious person doesn't mean they're not spiritual. It doesn't mean they're going to hell, you piece of shit. So we were so mad. I was like, who is this clown? He didn't even know Jeff. He was talking about Jeff like he knew Jeff. I'm like, you've never done a eulogy before. You complete, total prick. I was like, I mean, I almost walked out. I was like, I'm done. I was like, that's bullshit. That's the final nail in the coffin right there. Thanks. We're gonna do it better. When we have his funeral and we spread his ashes, we're doing it better. But yeah, how dare anybody? I'm not a woman of God either, but I'm not gonna go to hell. You know, I'm gonna go to some magical unicorn place where I'm surrounded by endless mountain bikes, mountains, snowboards. You know, I'm basically gonna go to a warehouse. It's just gonna be a warehouse of like REI gear. Like I'm just gonna have as much hiking equipment and helmets and backpacks that I'm ever gonna need. That's where I'm going. I'm going to a freaking warehouse. So I don't know. I think everyone goes where they believe they personally go. I don't think anyone has a right to tell somebody where they're gonna go next. I'm like, you just don't know. I'm like, this guy didn't even know Jeff. Never even met Jeff. But apparently his ex-wife wrote him an email and said, he's not a man of God. I'm like, screw you all. Screw you all. I love him. I miss him. And he did not go to some fiery pit of hell. Some people have. There are people in this world that absolutely took a one-way ticket south. But not him. How dare you? Just because he's not a man of God. I mean, who's to say that his way, this pastor, what he says is the right way? That's bullshit. There's 8 billion people on this planet. You know, he doesn't get to dictate what my Jeffy, where my Jeffy went. Anyway, it was. I was sitting with my high school friends and one of Jeff's friends, and we just were like, we're all kind of like fists on the table. We're like, oh, it's war. What the fuck did this guy say? So, anyway, okay, let me go to the airport and I'll chat with you guys a bit later. Bye. All right, I'm here at the Holiday Inn. I never know how to get in here. How do I get in? Oh, right in here. I'm like, where's the entrance? Okay, there's a security guard. He is letting me in. Thank you, dude. Okay, great. Just park your freaking golf cart in the middle. So, I have way.com parking for the airport, so.
You're gonna go to the front?
Oh yeah, I come here all the time, every week. Yeah. Okay, yeah, they know me. Thank you. All right, I need to put my contacts in, put my face on. So let me go pull over here for a minute. I got to check in. Looks like the shuttle's going to leave in a minute. So it is now 3 a.m. So I'm going to go over here for a second. Let me go over here and just pull in for half a second to check in. Diamond Elite. That's not me. That would never be me. I just got to put my eyes in and back up here as my little backup sensor goes off, and then grab everything, put my shoes on. So I've got to wear jeans, so I got to take my heels back. So it's like the spirit thing. I've got to transfer clothing. So, okay, let me go put everything on and then I'll see you in a minute. All right, there's the van. Let me go in here. Oh shit, dropping my keys. The driver's asleep, so I've got a little bit of time. Okay, let me go check in and I have to go park the car in the back.